So I've been on this journey. I've been noticing something about myself. It's like every time I try to relax, find comfort, slow down, treat myself, I feel guilty about it. And it led me today to just kind of take a step back and ask myself that question, like, why is it that every time I want to be nice to myself in some form or fashion, I feel guilty about it. Um, like, why do I feel like I'm doing something wrong? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany if you're new here, and this is another episode of my Late Bloomer Diaries series. So I just kind of sat with myself today and I'm like, why is it that being nice to myself makes me feel guilty? Like, I don't understand. Um, and I realized that it comes from basically just living in survival mode for years. Um, I've always been, since I was young, like responsible one out of my siblings. I was gonna say I take that back, but actually I don't. But yeah, I've always done the responsible thing, and that's led me to make decisions that I want to say are very like people pleasy, if that's even a word. But a lot of my life, I made decisions that would appease my parents or you know any form or figure of authority that was in my life. I always made sure that I did the right thing. Now, I won't say that I didn't do like a couple things here and there or that I didn't have a time in my 20s, but I still always made sure that I was responsible about whatever I did. And now I'm making decisions solely for me, and not for anybody else. And for some reason, it triggers something in me. I don't know. I get like this bleh, feeling in the pit of my stomach, like I'm doing something wrong when I'm trying to do something right. Um, yeah, I just my body, I guess, is signaling to me that, like, hey, wait, this is weird. Oh, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. Just because I've done it for so long. Um, in this new journey of mine, where I'm trying to learn how to be softer, live slower, take my time, be nice, soft life, pretty much. Soft and intentional life, I guess I would say. Um, I still go back to like how I was raised and like just seeing how like my dad, like it's like you earn rest. Like you can't rest or relax or treat yourself until you accomplish everything that needs to be done. So like for instance, I know when I was a kid, it was like, well, you do your homework before you can go outside and play. Or um, I don't know, you have to clean the house before you can go out or do anything. Or even when I wasn't forced to on the weekends, I would do my homework before I would hang out with my best friend who like spent the night at my house. Like I feel like it's so embedded in me. Um and it's like, hard work does pay off, but at the same time I'm like slowly realizing that you need rest and relaxation too. Um, I think I really haven't gotten to the bottom of what's going on, but I feel like also with me living in um, survival mode for all these years, that the guilt that I'm feeling is a way to that my like body is protecting itself. Um, I won't talk about everything here, but I feel like these past few years have been complete. I won't say chaos, but I feel like whenever I try to let my guard down, then something happens. And so I guess I feel like I need to always just kind of stay on guard. Like, this is not the time to relax because you never know what's kind of lurking around the corner. You don't know what's going on. Um, and I guess my body is trying to like protect myself from what could be, not really what's happening now. Um, I have a hard time trying to, I guess, decipher between responsibility and, um, I guess, like deprivation. Like, for instance, the situation that happened today, I I have goals, and I know one of them is me potentially leaving and moving out of the country. I feel like I need to be like completely focused on that goal, which I don't know how soon into the future it'll take place. But at the same time, here in my home, I'm in a new apartment. Um, so this is like a new beginning for me here in my apartment, and another part of me wants to make my apartment a home. I want to come to a place where I feel at home. I feel like I can relax and just, be at ease. And that requires for me just purchasing a few things. I don't need a lot, but even with the little bit that I want to kind of like make this space my own, I feel very guilty about doing that. So it's like, do I focus on the now and make this place a safe space for me because I live here. I'm going to be living here for a while, but also at the same time, it's like you need to be focused on the goal of leaving. So I I'm having a hard time, I guess, trying to find like maybe a happy medium. I don't want to deprive myself while I'm here because like I'm here right now, and it's not like I can't like sell or give away any of the things that I require to have right now. But also at the same time, I'm like, is it responsible of you to even go ahead and buy anything when your goal is to leave it all behind? So, um, yeah, I'm having a hard time with that one. But I know that since I'm on this journey to soften myself, um, and regulate my nervous system, I think one or two things here or there might be okay. It will take me a second to not feel guilty about it, but I think that at the end of the day, if it's going to make me feel like my home is a home and a safe space for me, then it's absolutely necessary at this point in time. Um, and with that being said, I guess I need to learn to actually not really necessarily get rid of the guilt, but learn how to like navigate with it, or let the feeling be the feeling. I have a hard time feeling my feelings. um, yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time with being, I guess, vulnerable, even with myself. I suppress a lot of emotions. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is something that I'm going to have to learn to like just navigate around or with, or figure out a middle ground. Obviously, I don't have it figured out. This is just something that I noticed in real time and I wanted to share. Um, I always tell other people to be nice to themselves and to give themselves grace, and I don't see why that doesn't apply to me. Um, I always tell my friends, like, do as I say, not as I do, because I feel like a walking contradiction, to be honest with you. Um, I know what advice to give. It's just a matter of taking that advice for myself. Um, yeah, I don't want to continue to live in this cycle that I've been living in. Um, I I definitely want to get out of survival mode. Um, while the opinions of my loved ones and my closest friends do matter to me, um, yeah, I just have to make sure that I ultimately do what I guess makes me actually feel good. um, and then, you know, I I'm thinking a lot about my mom. Um, today would be year 3 of me actually losing my mom, and I know I know for a fact, like I know she was always proud of me. Um, she always kind of expected a lot from me because that's just the standard that I kind of set for myself. Um, but also, I feel like even though I know she would be proud of me, she would also kind of expect a little bit more from me. And I'm kind of learning to, not learning, but that's a whole other thing I'm dealing with too. So, yeah, I don't know. The guilt is here in real time. Uh, yeah, so I don't know if you are here and you're watching this video and you're also on the same journey, please leave me a comment, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm just going to be every day just kind of sharing a topic that may pop up or something that's been on my mind. And like I said in one of my previous videos, I am so happy to have anyone who's out there going through the same thing to come with me on this journey. But I also want to utilize this opportunity, this platform, to be vulnerable and grow as a person and just learn how to actually express myself. Um, yeah, so I'm going to end it there. But thank you so much. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.